I'm sure many of you have heard about the the colleges and universities posing these jab mandates. So I think Seneca College was one of the first post secondary institutions to implement the jab mandates. So and and yeah, and also and it looks like there's a lawsuit being filed against them. So because of the jab mandates, so I'm gonna pull up an article right now which explains it all. So this is from True North. It says Justice Center takes legal action against Ontario College for jab mandate. So, so this is a picture of Seneca College. I don't know what campus it is, but it says the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. JCCF has filed a lawsuit against Seneca College in Toronto on behalf of 4 students who are not permitted to return to campus unless they get COVID-19 shots. Seneca College has violated the students' rights of conscience, bodily autonomy, privacy, and has discriminated against them based on their medical status, states JCCF constitutional lawyer Alison Pejovich on Tuesday. The college has also broken its contract with students, causing them financial hardship and severe stress. The JCCF's press release said the students have chosen not to take a jab at this time and that a court date is coming soon. Seneca College was the first post-secondary institution in Canada to require all students and staff coming to campus to be jabbed. The JCCF is representing 4 Seneca students, including Mariana Costa, third-year fashion art student, Crystal Love, a second-year veterinary technician student, Alexandra Badowich, a four-year crime and intelligence student, and Angelina Mandikic, a second-year practical nursing student. All 4 were expected to complete their programs and begin their careers in April. Love is a single mother who has been working to provide a better life for her kids, according to the JCCF. They said Badowich is having a baby later this year and was blocked by Seneca from attending a 1-hour administrative meeting for her work placement despite her internship being online. The JCCF wrote letters on behalf of Costa and Love in July 2021, threatening Seneca with legal action if they did not lift the jab requirement. According to a press release, these letters never received responses. The JCCF added that none of the students can complete their programs online, which will leave them struggling to pay back their student loans. They said these students have employment in lower paying jobs and the careers they were expected to begin in April. They're devastated that they'll not be able to commence their new careers this April as they had planned, said Pejovich. The JCCF had announced in August 2021 that they would be suing Seneca on behalf of Costa and Love for the college's mandatory jab policy. The organization said the policy is stopping students from completing their education and is unlawful and unethical. Yeah, it sure is. And then it says Seneca could not be reached for comment in time for publication. Okay, so that's the end of the article. So okay, so now now Seneca College is being sued by the JCCF for these job mandates. So um and yeah, and I know and it even mentioned in the article how they were blocked, like they weren't even they're not able to even do their to do their courses online. So yeah, that's a big problem. And I think it's Wilfrid Laurier University where they won't even let you take online courses unless you're jab, which it sounds insane and ridiculous. But yeah, so now these post-secondary institutions or colleges and universities are now denying students their education by imposing these job mandates. So and and yeah, it just shows how like these how like these colleges and universities, they're more interested in pushing like the government's agenda rather than actually teaching like students like actual like skills and all that. So it just shows how like these post-secondary institutions have become politicized, and how they're basically just pushing whatever. They're just like pushing like the government's agenda. So in this case, like the job mandates, because I guess because the government is now like mandating it. So now I guess, like, yeah, because government is now mandating like these places to have these job policies. I guess they don't want these post-secondary institutions. They don't want to have their funding cut. So now they're trying to impose these like mandatory job policies for students. Otherwise, they won't be allowed to even enter campus to, you know, do or complete their education. So yeah, yeah, it just shows like how the post second yeah, it just shows how like this like the public education system in Canada has become very politicized, and it's no long and like they no longer care about like teaching students things like actual like things that actually matter, and instead they're just more interested in pushing like government's agenda. So and yeah, and I know and also in the elementary schools, they're now like trying to force kindergartners to wear masks now, even though like they didn't have to before. So and yeah, and also like I know that TDSB, I'm not entirely sure if other school boards are like doing it or like mandating it as well. But I know with the TDSB, they're like they're telling students how that if they want to return to in class learning and all that, then that they'll have to get jobs if they want to like to do in person learning again. So yeah, like all it's like these all these like educational institutions, they're just become it's like they're becoming job clinics, right? It's yeah, it's like they're turning themselves into job clinics and stuff like that, as it's like they just want everyone to get jobs. So and like I'm sure even in like these colleges and universities, they'll have like job clinics set up somewhere. So yeah, it's like they just want to like inject the students even if they don't want to, and like they're using like their education as like a way to sort of coerce them into getting the job. So yeah, like it's really yeah, it's like yeah, as it's in the article, like it's unlawful and unethical, like what they're doing to students by like like having them like forcing them to get the job just to complete their education, all that. So and yeah, and it's a good thing that that they're being sued, Seneca College, for this, because yeah, like it's a violation of the students, like the rights of the students, as um yeah, like they're not yeah, like the students, like it should be their decision like whether or not they should get job, and it's not like the college, yeah, like the college shouldn't like be discriminating against them based on their job status. So yeah, like that. So yes, that's the end of the article. So I can close that now. So yeah, like I think yeah, like this yeah, like these like educational institutions, they shouldn't be like like discriminating against people based on their job status. And yeah, like what they're doing, it's all unlawful, illegal, and unethical. And so yeah, and hopefully like more lawsuits will be filed against these schools or post-secondary institutions that are forcing students to get inoculated. So yeah, I'm hoping like there's more lawsuits that'll be filed so against this because it's all like yeah, it's all wrong. It's just like wrong and and like yeah, and it's like they're trying to coerce students into getting the jab by telling them that they won't be able to like complete their education all that unless they get the shot. So yeah, like it's all just unlawful with like what they're doing and yeah, it's just yeah, it's just insane. So yeah, that's everything I want to talk about and we'll be signing off now.